And guess what? We are
the messengers.
Ministry.
Yes, we are.
And she paused. I got her just for a tenth of a second.
He paused.
On purpose, though. So today we have a new teaching from Jesus for you, and we'd like to really want you to look this up for yourself and kind of research a little bit, see what you think.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be talking about
treasure and fine pearls.
So here is what we want you to look up, okay?
This is in Matthew 13:44 through 46. And this is kind of what happened back then. Jesus continued teaching the people in parables about the kingdom of heaven. If you go back a little bit, you'll see some of the things we've been teaching, but some of the other parables that he was doing on the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So he's just continuing here. He spoke of a man who found hidden treasure in a field. That was awesome. That would be great.
What if he was like digging
I don't know.
somebody else's field? Never really says, does it?
It doesn't. It just says he found that treasure. So he was very joyful, of course. And he sold all he had just to purchase that one field.
Wow.
He was excited.
I'll
so
bet.
that must have been big treasure.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine. So he continues by comparing it to a merchant who was searching for fine pearls. And he found one that was amazing. So he sold everything he had and purchased that one pearl.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So we really have two different things going on here. We have a guy that was searching, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he found it, and he sold everything. And then we had a guy that was just kind of stumbled up on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're going to kind of look at. So today, we have to realize that the kingdom of heaven is far more valuable than anything that we can imagine.
Yeah.
To reach it, we must be willing to give up everything that we have, though.
Mm-hmm.
We need to give God all of our hearts and trust that He loves us.
Yeah.
He has great and wonderful plans for us, but we must give up everything we tend to hold on to. And, sometimes it's a lot harder than it is just to say.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to say, okay, God, I just give you everything.
Yeah.
But inside, you tend to just hold that back, even if you don't realize it.
Right.
He'll bring it out of you too. He'll say, okay, give me this. I want this too. And you'll be like, oh, I didn't realize I was holding on to that.
Yeah.
But you can. Once you realize it, then you can let it go and give it to God.
Right. So when we believe in Jesus and all that He did for us, what we're doing is we're giving ourselves up to Him. Mm-hmm. And we place our faith and our trust in Him at that point.
That's right.
Right? So let's kind of break it down. So the first man found the treasure by surprise. Mm-hmm. While the second one, of course, he was looking for it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I collect like games and stuff, mm-hmm. and different types of things. And I like the old games, like the Super Nintendo stuff, man. Nintendo, I love to search for those and find them. And when I find a good deal, I grab it, But the thing is, that's, I'm looking for it. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of like that man, the second man, right? That was looking for the pearl. Mm-hmm. So whether though we are seeking God or simply find Him when we're unaware, we must be willing to give everything inside of us.
Yes.
And this includes the good and the bad.
Yes.
Right? It's easy to want to give away the bad, but sometimes we don't hold on to that good.
Yeah.
But when we let go of all the hurts and put them in God's hands, what happens? He can truly take our pain away.
Yeah.
So we also need to give Him all the things that make us joyful.
Yeah.
But this way, when we do that, God can share in our joy.
Yeah, and sometimes that seems a little off because we, of course, give Him our hurts. That's what we're doing is giving Him all of us. But we need to give Him all of our joy, too. Mm-hmm. It's not just, okay, you can take this bad stuff, but let me hold on to some of this good stuff that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
If that's not God's will, you really need to give that up too.
Right.
And even if it is, whatever makes you joyful makes Him joyful. He wants to be joyful with you.
Right.
So
Amen.
It's important.
So, there is also a different way to look at this parable.
Yes.
And we just recently heard about this. This is great. So this is kind of like fresh manna.
Yeah.
So we can see that Jesus as the one who found the treasure in us. So that means that he was not only the merchant, but he was also the man with the field.
Yes.
So he sees our hearts and how precious and rare we are.
Yeah.
He gave everything that he had to purchase us at a high price. And you know what? Jesus was overjoyed with the fact that he could give his life so that we could live for eternity with him.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, that should make us feel like so special. It's like, wow, realizing what Jesus did and why he did it because he loves us so much.
Right.
And that we're precious in his sight.
Amen.
That's awesome.
So let's kind of wrap everything up, okay? So we'd like to encourage you, all right? Turn to God today and give him everything that you have. Trust that he will love you no matter what you offer him. He is never surprised by what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
So he knows you're suffering and he knows how to give you peace.
That's great.
Right. What he does is he sees the things that make you joyful. And when they line up with his will, he can extend your joy beyond what you can imagine.
Yes.
So what you have to do is give all of you and you will be blessed in return.
That's
So,
true.
We hope that you guys got something out of this today, right? So turn everything to him. Everything, even good and the bad, turn it all over to him.
Yeah.
And receive his joy for it. So if you haven't done it already, we do encourage you, though, to visit our website, which is
www.themessengersradio.com. And as we've said up there are so many things. We have other videos, we have audios, we have testimonies that we love.
Yes.
We would love to hear your testimony. Just anything like that. Every time you tell your testimony, it builds you up inside. It's like, hey, this is what God did for me. It reminds you. If it's something in the past, it's like, oh yeah, God did that. He can take away my problem right now. And so it builds your faith up and it builds our faith up because we see that God can move in your life in amazing ways. And if we can share that with others, if you allow us to, you're just planting seeds of faith and hope in other people's lives.
Amen. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, is not only will it build you up, but it builds other people up because they may be in the same type of situation or something similar or something completely different.
All right.
But if they hear your testimony, you can encourage them that God can help them as well.
Yes. Yeah, so we also have praise reports.
Right.
And if you have a prayer request, please send it to us.
Absolutely.
We will stand with you if it's God's will, and we will just pray with you and see things happen in your life.
Amen. That's
Amen.
great.
Yeah.
So we also have down below all of our social media links. I'm going to include all those. I'm not going to mention them all right now, but there's going to be a little icon thing right here. And what it will do is, if you look below this video, you'll see all of our links to every kind of social media that we're on right now. And we're doing more and more every once in a while. We're getting there and getting bigger and bigger, right?
Yes,
so
we are.
God is so good, and we love you guys. We hope you guys
we
are
do.
having a great day, a great afternoon, or a great evening, however you may be watching.
For listening.
Amen.
We love you guys.
Bye now.
Bye.